I was an NBC News reporter for many years. And one day I woke up and I looked at myself and I said, I am unhappy. How do I change my life? I was at what seemed like the top of my game. I was reporting on the biggest political campaigns, natural disasters. I was flying all different types of places and just was not the version of me I wanted to be. I was stressed out. I worked for a boss who was incredibly sexist. I was making very little money. My first job, I made a whopping $22,000 working 12 hours a day in the middle of nowhere in Missouri. And it was so bad that I didn't have enough money to get the clothes that they expected you to have on TV, the makeup that you were supposed to wear. All of those things almost seemed impossible. And when I asked my boss for more money, she looked at me and said, do you know how many pretty blondes I can replace you with? Stayed in that job for a little bit longer and then I moved on. And the last job I had was in Columbus, Ohio. I was covering the presidential election. I was also covering a topic that had become really, really hard to keep going with, which was missing children. It was something that every time it happened, my boss would put me in front of the case and in front of the parents, and it was not sleeping. I was anxious. It's one of the saddest things that can ever happen. And what I learned, though, is those critical 48 hours when a child goes missing, and we wanted to get their picture out there as quick as possible, that social media at the time was playing a huge part of it. And instead of people waiting for the 5 and 6 o'clock news, we were able to post their picture on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and it was able to be seen by a lot more people. So I thought, how to bottle up what's happening here, but doing it in a way that fills my cup, that doesn't, bring me to being a ball of nerves. And so quit, and I had no money and no job prospects. I just knew I couldn't do it anymore, and I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. And so I gave myself 1 year to try to make money. And after that 1 year, I was out earning my husband. But it took me betting on myself to get there.